Intro. Hello everyone. The core of this video is a tone comparison between Duncan designed Jazzmaster pickups and a set of Lindy Fralin hum canceling Jazzmaster pickups. This is technically not an apple to apple comparison. The old pickups are single coil, while the Lindys are dual coil, but designed to emulate the Jazzmaster tone. Why did I get the hum canceling version? Well, that was the first JM pickup set I found in Facebook Marketplace. I live in the backwaters of Southeast Asia, and a set of Jazzmaster pickups are hard to come by. Cheap second-hand ones, that is. However, in addition to the A-B tone comparison, there are a few other revisions that are worth mentioning. But if you want to skip the chit-chat, you can jump to the A-B comparison right away via timestamps or chapters, or hang around for the nerdy stuff. Nerdy stuff. So this is JM. JM could mean Jazzmaster or this dude. Rightly so, because this is the Squire J. Mascis Jazzmaster, the aspiration behind my guitar. Yep, you heard that right. Squire. The dude was nice enough to offer a signature guitar that we unwashed masses could afford. The pickups in the Squire JM are kind of like a P90, and his signature guitar has the vintage neck, which has a radius of 7.5 inches. He patterned the neck of his signature guitar after the 59 Jazzmasters that he has. So that's a vintage radius of 7.5 inches, connected to a relatively flat bridge in the Adjustomatic, which is the Fender version of the Tune-O-Matic bridge of Gibson. The pickups in the Squire JM are kind of like a P90, not the actual Jazzmaster flat and white single coil pickup. That means that his guitar has an obscene amount of action, where both E strings are way above the fretboard. Now, I don't know if his signature guitars on the market for us are using the same action, so you better check. So JM started life as a Squire Vintage Modified Jazzmaster, and I made a few revisions. Most obvious is the maple neck, just because I like maple necks. And if you look at the radius of the maple neck, it's kind of flat. This will matter in a while. The former owner upgraded to CTS pots, and I added a brass nut for that extra twang. And I replaced the outlet with a Switchcraft one because the old one was broken. This is the jack, so this is the outlet, right? I also replaced the traditional bridge with a Tune-O-Matic bridge lying around because I didn't want to use the traditional Jazzmaster bridge. Yes, I'm a lazy moron and can't be bothered with getting the break angle right to make the traditional bridge work. That said, there also was a problem with the Tune-O-Matic. On the smaller strings, the bushing fit the hole perfectly and the string adjustment worked fine. But on the larger strings, the bushing was loose so that when I turn the screws, the bushing just goes with it. My workaround was adding a few washers to get the right height of the bridge. Not elegant, but it works. I really don't understand why after 67 years of knowing that the original bridge design sucked, Fender hasn't improved the thing. The Mustang bridge is actually better, and the Mastery bridge is great if you can find one. But by coincidence, the replacement neck and bridge have more or less the same neck radius, so my setup worked fine. However, after changing the neck and bridge, the old pickup sat very far from the strings even at max height. I had to put in additional foam pads underneath to raise the pickups to the right string distance. So for anyone getting a Jazzmaster for the first time, take note that the bridge and the pickup height adjustment may need some tweaking. Pickup installation. Looking at the Lindys, we can see right away that these are not to be mistaken as Jazzmaster pickups. JM pickups are flat and wide single coils, and the Lindys look like mini humbuckers. The Lindy pickups are way smaller than the pickup cover, causing them to jiggle around. So I added foam pads and some masking tape to prevent movement. Also, the pickup covers are made of soft plastic, which can be a good or bad thing. I also added extra foam pads so I can develop the correct pickup height, but because of the soft plastic and the extra force of the added pads, the pickups developed a bulge in the center, which looks unusual for Jazzmaster pickups and can be off-putting to purists. The one on the left are Lindy's, and the one on the right are the original Duncan design. A bit alien but no big deal. This is my first Lindy Fralin pickup set. I expected a better quality of pickup cover. In the age of 3D printing and AI, I'm using foam pads to properly mount what I consider to be a high-end pickup. They could dispense with the soft plastic, properly mount the tiny pickup within the large pickup cover, get rid of the foam pads as spacers and provide 4 springs for each of the mounting screws. Clearly, I'm not being paid to endorse or promote these pickups. And while they're at it, they could find a proper route for the wires to get out of the pickup cover, so it doesn't add to the bulge. To be fair, I used the whole length of wire. I didn't cut the wires of the Lindys, which contributed to the bulge. Now I can remove everything again and slowly trim the extra foam so I could develop the correct pickup height without the bulge. But nah, I can't be bothered with that. It's my guitar and it looks fine, and sounds fine. Also, as time goes by and the material strengths will equalize, where soft plastic will probably beat packing foam, the bulge will look less prominent. So, no blood, no foul. AB comparison. Anyway, now we get to the AB comparison. I'm using a Vox VTX40, which is a hybrid tube modeling amp with a bit of reverb. I have a mic close to the speaker cab and I'm not using the video mic as it is picking up the acoustic properties of the strings. Sound demo. I know, I'm not playing the Jazmaster version because I can't find a backing track for that, so I'm using the Cure version. And I apologize in advance for the sloppy playing. My verdict. Tone-wise, the old pickups sound more ice-picky and seem to pick up other noises. Otherwise, the Lindy sound alright. I've also noticed these days that the cheaper pickups have caught up with the boutique ones in terms of tone. The differences are no longer night and day. Most of them, Gretchen Epiphone, are some that I have tried that sound almost like TV Jones and Gibson. Broadtrons almost equal to TV Jones, Pro Bucker almost equal to Burst Buckers. Either that or I'm getting lazy trying to find the difference. This is my only Jazzmaster, so I have no other point of comparison. Is the upgrade worth it? I can't truly say now, only time will tell. Is Gem a better guitar because of the pickup swap? Kinda, because of the hum cancelling. But keeping the old pickups isn't a deal breaker either. And as I play the guitar more often, I tend to make a few more improvements, like filing off the sharp fret edges and so on. Goofing off. Here are some more demos, but now using the video mic. You can clearly hear the acoustic tone of the strings in addition to the amp. Thank you for your time, and please subscribe.